I'm joined by Brian Blessed. Brian, we were hoping to have a very sort of euphoric chat about
yes,
this.
indeed. What a time to have Brian Blessed on it there. She's feeling a bit ill at the moment. But of course, I've come from home where I live, about half an hour away from here. And I'm married to Hildegard Neal, the actress, and she's very ill, my wife. She's had cancer, then she's had pneumonia, got over that, and now pulmonary disease, and she's having exactly what the Queen's got. So,
right.
Oh, God, it does make you mad sometimes. You sometimes wish you were a god and you could put it all right. But I feel...
I'm very sorry to hear about your wife, Brian.
But she's going to be all right. She's going to be all right. She'll be fine. She's the woman who played Cleopatra to Charlton Heston many years. That beautiful woman.
Yes.
And she's cheerful and lovely about it. But
well, please send her our very best.
Well, I'm not very good at handling illness because I'm always a keep fit guy and this, that and the other. I'd just like to say that years ago, keeping the acting thing up, that Peter O'Toole, at his wildest moments, he said to me, you know, the Queen, I've met her several times. She's got something special. He never praised anybody. She was very special. As they say, amazing quality, Brian. Oh, yes, she's very different. She has...
What makes her special? Because I agree. And she's obviously now the longest reigning monarch we've had, longest reigning monarch the world has seen. She's also now the oldest monarch that we've had. She's 96. Obviously, we probably won't have any other jubilees for this Queen, but what a remarkable reign that she's had.
Well, I'll give you an instance. I mean, of course, I'm 85. She's 95. Yeah. I mean, I'm young at 85. And, of course, I saw her father. I'm a war baby.
Yeah.
And I lived in Goldthorpe between Doncaster and Barnsley. So that after the war, along came George VI. He came into Goldthorpe. I'm waving a little flag. And he got out of his car and gave me a sixpence.
Really?
And
George VI?
Yes, and he looked so pale. I thought, God, he looked so delicate and pale, you know. And so it's astonishing that I met her father.
Yes.
I'd like to say, jump ahead to give you an idea of her. She frequently came to see Cats, the musical, and I was Old Deuteronomy. I knock on the door. I had a gay dresser who was covered in cancer, poor sod, you know, pressing all the lumps on his body. Come on, live, and pour out the tea. It was any way to treat him. He looked so dreadful. And the Queen was coming. She's coming down the... We'd have the loo painted, we'd have the corridors painted, and she's going to have tea with me. And my lovely gay dresser, very old, was having a heart attack. Oh, God, she's coming down the corridor. I said, it's all right, she's all right. Mom! We painted the toilet, we've done this. Oh, thank you so much. Where is it? Oh, yeah. And right, thank you, I'll be back in a second. And she came back, and I said, he's not very well, and he's terrified about meeting you. Oh, don't worry. I'll pour out the tea and coffee and biscuits. How many sugars do you take? Now, you just relax. And she took over the whole thing, made him feel happy, and she made tea for us, made cakes for us, cut them up.
How amazing. And when you're one-on-one with the Queen, Brian, what's she like?
Well, I mean, she finds me very naughty.
Well, we all do.
I mean, I mean, when she gave me the OBE, what did she say? What did the Queen say? And she said, you know, she said, Mr. Blessed, you know, I should have wisdom of this. I do believe that people have told me that you imitate me. I said, no, I don't. She said, you're such a liar.
The Queen called you a liar?
And so that... And I then talked about her son, Charles, I work with. I'm an ambassador for him, saving animals all over the world. He's terrific. He and Camilla are bloody marvellous people. A tremendous. He's green. We need him.
You did didn't you actually try and buy Camilla from him?
Well, I've always had a...
Well, I'm going to play you a damning clip where you literally tell the future Queen Consort that you tried to buy her. Watch this.
How are you, young lady? I did say to your husband, can I buy you? And he was trying to work out the price.
Have her free.
And she replied, you can have her for free.
Yes, you can have it free. I was doing the Chitty Bang Bang, and she came backstage, and It was Christmas, and I was made Father Christmas. I was naked underneath my costume, and so forth. And she came and sat on my knee, and she was, darling, darling, she said to her husband.
Camilla sat on your knee?
Yes, and she said at the theatre where we were doing it, they had at Drury Lane, not Drury Lane, the other one, Palladium. And she sat on my knee and said, and she, darling, darling, she picked up the phone to Charles, darling, I'm here, darling. I'm with Father Christmas, which is Brian Blessed, and I do believe he's not got any underwear on. And I'm sat on his knee, and he wants to buy me. And can you work out a price? And he said, hello, Brian. He said, no, Brian. Oh, she's worthless, nothing. You can have her for nothing. Said, oh, thank you very much. He says, I can have you for nothing. Oh, good, I'm yours. And so I've always had this wild relationship. As I said, working with him and doing...
And what does she mean? Brian, what does she mean to this country? And what did today mean about Britain? Yeah, I mean, when you watch the pomp and the pageantry and this little old lady commanding the attention of the entire world, what does it say about her and the country?
Can you give me another 2 minutes?
Yes.
I want to emphasise what royalty is. Now, I was in Henry V with Ken Branagh. And Henry V was then, it was then produced in Japan. And there was a big premiere with the entire power of Japan government attending the first night of Henry V, Ken Branagh's Henry V, with me as the Duke of Exeter. And I was going to open this whole thing with Princess Anne. Now, Princess Anne, I'm a war baby. I'm going into, you know, Tojo. I'm going into, you know, the Japanese powerhouse. We arrived there, we watched the film, and with Princess Anne, and then she and I have to go and meet the entire length and breadth of all these ambassadors. And there also was His Highness, the Emperor and the Empress there. The power of Japan. I'm a coal miner's son. And Anne, really, I did flirt with, and she loves it all the time. And she was saying, I said, when are we going to get married? Oh, stop it, stop it. What are we going to... You can marry me any time you want.
Is there any member of the royal family you haven't tried it on with, Brian Blessed?
I'm very, very expensive. She said, and said, I don't know who they are. I've got to introduce you. And she said, oh, we'll ask them who they are. This was the power of Japan. I mean, in front of us. And we went along asking who they were. And they were shaking. I'm talking about Japan. They ruled the world then. They were shaking at meeting Princess Anne.
Isn't that amazing?
And so one must be careful. One must acknowledge the power that the royal family have in their beatific power and their sacred power and their bravery, the effect they have on the world.
Yes, I agree.
More than any government.
Yes.
People... It transcends
But what does the Queen in particular, Brian, say about this country? What are the values and virtues she represents, which I think are the great in Great Britain in many ways? But what does she mean to you in terms of values?
Well, I mean... Oh, I don't know. I tend to go to Shakespeare all the time. King John is never done. And there's a character in it called the Bastard, Shakespeare's King John. And in the end, the British forces are retreating. And the Dauphin is going to invade Britain. And there's King John, and there's the Bastard, who is the son of Coeur de Lion, a great hero. And he says, come, come, come to the Emperor, join me. At last, what was I going to say? The Dauphin rages at our heels. But England's princes have come home again. Come the four corners of the world, and we shall shake them. England never shall sit at the proud foot of a conqueror. I feel the Queen is our mother, is sacred, omnipotent, and greatly loved by the Creator. And this she displays. And she also employs a maximum effect with a minimum of effort. And that is grace.
It is.
She has grace. And we must all pray for her and so forth. We are so damn lucky to have such a unique, wonderful woman.
Yeah,
and,
we are.
And We need her back, and today we need her more than ever.
Yeah.
She's got to go on. We need her.
She has, and it's obviously she's having a lot of problems with her health, but you'd expect that at her age, and she's a remarkable woman. We wish her all the very best. I also wish your wife all the very best, Brian. It's lovely to
thanks.
see you.
Yeah.
Please send her all our best wishes from the show. It's lovely to see you.
Sorry.
A great day to be British,
It's
isn't it?
nice to be here. Lovely.
It's a great day to be British, I think. It's time to be proud of our country today.
That's right. We're doing damn well.
We are.
We're bloody marvellous.
We are.
And I have been a president of the national parks for 7 years. Our parks are a great success story.
Best in the world.
I'm sick of the criticism. We're doing marvellously.
I agree.
And it's a time to rejoice, and to rejoice in her health.
I agree. Brian Blessed, great to see you. Thank you very much.